Hi everyone, here's Paula. I've been chelating with the Andrew Cutler Protocol for 130 rounds or 2 years and 4 months, and I'm here to answer your questions. Now, just to say one thing, I do not consider myself recovered, but I've seen tremendous progress, tremendous improvement, but I'm still chelating. And the last round I did was on 50 milligrams of alpha-lipoic acid and 25 milligrams of DMSA. So those are still relatively small dosages, and I still react to them. But for the past 2 months, I've seen a definite breakthrough, and I've been feeling more or less consistently just fantastic. I feel like I'm at a level where I can go about my life and do everything that I want to do. But I absolutely still am planning to chelate as long as I have a reaction. I will chelate. The next question is by Anna. How do you decide when chelating is finished? So officially, according to Andrew Cutler, you decide when chelating is finished when you're taking high dosages of alpha-lipoic acid of 150 or 200 milligrams, and you do that for several months, up to 6 months, and there is no improvement in your symptoms. That means that you're done with chelation. Now, I think I have also discovered another way how one decides when chelating is finished. I have been feeling so great in the past 2 months that I actually nearly missed the beginning of a few rounds. Now, this has never happened to me before. I was counting the minutes, I was counting the hours before I could start the next round. I just could not wait to restart chelation and to keep on working on getting the mercury out. But I realized that when you feel really good, it becomes harder to see a point. Okay, why should I chelate? What else am I working on? So I think this is another way how to determine when to stop. Soon Lee asks, what did you use for chelation? So I've been using ALA, alpha lipoic acid, DMSA, and DMPS, basically the three chelators recommended by Andrew Cutler. I mostly used ALA with DMSA. I also did use DMPS, and I liked it, but it's just too expensive. Ellen asks, how long was it and what changed before friends, family, and coworkers started asking you what was happening, or did they notice at all? No, no one was asking, no one noticed. I was in the very lucky situation that my dad was taking care of me financially while I was sick to the point that I could not work. And he knew from the beginning what was happening to me. Well, I explained it to him. He was kind of skeptical at the beginning, but he did believe me. So he witnessed the whole process. He did witness me first being close to non-functional and then getting better and better. So it wasn't a surprise for him. It wasn't like, oh, hey, what happened? Diana asks whether I was sure it was dump considering it came only 4 months later. So my first dump phase came in March 2014, and that was 6 months into starting chelation. So yeah, it was 6 months, not 4 months, so I was right on schedule, so to say. First, I did not know what was happening. I did not know that I was entering dump phase. Only after I talked to people from the Andrew Cutler Chelation think tank group and they explained to me what was happening, and only after I restarted chelation and then started getting better and better again, did I realize, hey, they were right, it was the dump phase. So I also said it was my first dump phase because I think that I actually went through 4 dump phases so far. It's possible that there is another coming. I hope not. Now, from what I understand from the comments of Andy Cutler, he thinks there's no such a thing, that there are no multiple dump phases. But I actually met other people who are also convinced they went through several dump phases. It's absolutely possible that it was not the dump, that it was something else, that I maybe re-exposed myself to mercury again. But if I did, I'm not sure where this re-exposure could have happened, because I wasn't exposed to a broken CFL light bulb. Well, maybe I was in a room where there was a broken CFL light bulb without me knowing that. It's possible. But so far, this is the only explanation that makes sense to me, that I actually went through multiple dump phases. And also another thing is that they happened in neat 6 months intervals. So it was always March and September, March and September. And so, as I said, I don't know how else to explain it. There was always, in 6 months intervals, there was a worsening of my symptoms. And then in between those dumb phases, there was an improvement again. Actually, when I look back at those past dumb phases, right now, I'm right in the middle between what could be another two dumb phases. So it's very much possible that my improvement right now is because I am in between two dumb phases, and that my symptoms are gonna get worse again around March. I hope not. I hope I'm done with the dumb phases, but as I said, I can't exclude that. Diana also asks, did you have yeast issues, and did you do, I assume she means DMSA. So yes, I do have reason to believe that I had yeast issues. I probably still do to some degree. I do think that they got better a lot. And yes, I did do DMSA a lot, nearly with every round. And yes, I did feel sometimes there was a flare up of my yeast issues while on round. Okay, let's do another question. Suzanne asks, what was your dumb face like? I'm scared of it. So I talked about this in my previous video. My first dumb face was, I called it borderline traumatizing. I had what I called head instability, this sensation that I would lose my consciousness, or that my consciousness was like slipping away, and that was something that was happening multiple times a minute. I became absolutely unable to do any exercise, any physical activity. After standing just for a few minutes, I had to sit down. I had the feeling like I would faint any minute. When I look back, it was pretty scary, and I guess I must have been also scared when that happened, because I stopped chelating for a month and a half because of it. But I also remember that during all the time, I had this kind of euphoric state, and it's possible that that was caused by alpha lipoic acid, which is known to do that. So throughout this time, I still had the faith, and I knew that it would get better. I don't know why, but I just had the faith. I knew it would get better. And when people then explained to me, this is the dumb phase, you need to start chelating, and what you're going through is most likely because you were taking too high dosages of alpha lipoic acid, and you need to restart with either DMSA or DMPS with very low dosages. But this is the only thing that's going to get you out of this dumb phase. It made sense to me, and that's what I did, and it turned out to be 100% correct.